Darkseer Drow? Darkseer Drow?
Darkseer Drow again?
That's strange.
That would be awkward.
Who had the first pick last series?
Last series, I believe it was Secret and on Radiant side.
And they first picked the Drow?
Nope.
Nah, they must have. EG must have first picked Visage again.
Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, okay, so
Pretty
EG
much
had
this
the
again.
first pick last game too. So
10 seconds to pick.
interesting strategic choice by Secret to choose side over
5
pick.
seconds.
Maybe they even
Hurry,
chose second
hurry.
pick, I'm not sure. They chose Radiant, so they chose the side. So that's very interesting.
Oh, goodness.
Okay.
Is this a run back?
Radiant team
Going for the same.
What? Maybe
Yeah.
Clockwork now instead of Darkseer. Oh, man.
Is it gonna be 1-3 or 0-4 for the Drow Steel versus the Visage?
Do you think a team like Seer could be so just like determined, like, you know what, I want to run back. We can make it work again this time.
No, I definitely don't think they're gonna. No team is gonna feel good knowing. Okay, Drow was picked. I mean, Visage was picked. Now we pick Drow Darkseer. This
Only
lost 3
10
times
seconds.
this tournament. They're not gonna do it the 4th time. I don't believe so.
It's so strange because it's not.
5
It's kind of
seconds
awkward,
remaining.
like picking Drow Darkseer, but it is a Clockwork.
Dark
This
team
is
now
way
picking.
better synergy, I would say. So this is definitely more open than Drow Darkseer, I'd say. So this is going to be interesting.
We saw some of the best Clockwork this tournament already from both of these two teams. Zai yesterday, Universe already today, shown what he could do with the mechanical one. So now we look to the side of Evil Geniuses here. I asked this question to Merlini and Gods when they were here in this same similar
Only
kind of an
10
opening where,
seconds.
you know, you open with a Visage and the other team's like, well, just take the Drow away.
5
It used to be that
seconds
one of the best,
remaining.
you know, heroes to fall back on was a Lycan, but we don't see just Lycan anymore. Why is that?
Reserve time.
It's.
Is
I
it
think
more of the
I think
playstyle?
teams kind of forgot. Is like obviously they know the heroes there, but
I'd say it's because there's so many heroes in the pool, and so many good heroes, so many viable heroes, and it's like Lycan is still amazing. Yeah, like if they actually get to think about Lycan in this draft, they might pick it up, but I don't think they might not even consider it.
Is there a fact also to that maybe you're just a bit rusty on the hero and they're like, maybe we'll pass over that because it might have been quite a while since we played Lycan, or do you think
that's not really the case, especially not when you have RTC on your team. I mean, although RTC will more than likely be the Drow player, if you start picking up a Lycan, it's going to be, you know, S4 prefers to play other heroes, I think.
Dire's back.
But kind of what happens in a tournament in general, but also in they already played a series, now they're playing another series, is that these two teams develop a meta against each other. Like us versus EG,
10
the meta
seconds
turned
to
into like oh sorry, like a coddle.
5
These were the kind of heroes
seconds.
we're looking
Hurry,
at.
hurry.
Whereas that hero right now is being completely ignored. So they got their own meta, their own mind
Reserve
games going
time.
on right now.
Yeah.
But I think
Their
EG
own
would be
world.
the team to, you know, just throw a curveball. They already kind of did picking up the Broodmother, but they might just go like they did yesterday, pick up a Magnus Jugger. It's not something you're banning out.
Yeah.
And it's not something that you might be drafting towards and be prepared for. They did the Juggernaut against a Clockwork, that's also to note. And I think that's one of my personal favorites throughout the lane, but also throughout the game.
But this for me, this could be a game where Lycan could pop up for EG. I think Lycan could be extremely strong here for them because they
Yeah.
know it's going to be Clock offlane. Like that hero is just offlane hero. Like it's not gonna, you're not gonna see Clock mid or something like that. So they know it's going to be Clock offlane. And they already have Brood, they already have Visage. Like the amount of push and pressure they can put up with a Lycan is insane. So this could be definitely a game where we could see Lycan.
That was a thing in Dota 1.
Radiant's
The
back.
old school, terrifying duo was the Broodmother Lycan.
Yeah.
That was
The Howl, the
some
Broodlings.
terrifying stuff. You have 10 Spiderlings on the support. Normally the support's like pretty dead. He has a chance to run away.
Radiant
But
team
when
are
that
now
Howl
picking.
pops up,
Oh, man.
yeah. I would actually like to see that. The amount of pressure EG would put out with a Lycan pick is insane. And Lycan is also considered a very good hero against Drow.
With that, though, we look to the other side. It's Secret who have the potential next grab. Potentially fearing what could be a bit of a heavy push coming out from Evil Geniuses. Maybe you consider some wave clear here. Feels pretty single target as is right now, just between Drow
Only
and
10
Clockwork. So
seconds.
we'll have to see
Yeah.
what they want to build on top of that. Clockwork's there to set things up. Now,
5
what can you
seconds
do
remain.
to, well, knock him down or to capitalize him when he does jump in and get them in place?
I
Reserve
think now they just
time.
need to consider how they deal with the Brood, because I think they might consider having Drow mid here
Dire
and
team
run
pick.
some kind of melee carry against the Brood that can Yeah, some Bristol back maybe, or
Bristle's good.
Bristol, whatever.
Core
Legion.
Axe.
I don't know. Probably not Axe. I don't see that working out here for them. They want some physical damage to go with Drow, or because Drow can't really carry on his own. I feel, unless you like go all in push, which is not the case this
10
time around.
seconds to
They are playing a more standard game here with Lion and Clockwork.
I don't think that's the way to go, though.
Hurry,
I mean,
hurry.
again, we talk about this Lycan pick. I think if EG
If
think
EG
about
pick
this,
Lycan right now, I don't know what they can do.
Reserve
this
time.
Lycan hero
Yeah.
eats Drow, it eats Lycan. It's
Eats-
so good with Brood, it's so good with Visage.
It eats Clockwork. It's actually
Radiant
the
team
most
pick.
imbalanced pick you can think of right now for EG.
If they think of it.
It's if
That's
they
what we're
think about
saying.
it. Yeah.
If they think of it. There's a lot of heroes out there. So we quickly
Dire
fire
team
through.
are
Evil
not
Geniuses
picking.
pick up their Dazzle. So we got that minus armor synergy between both the supports. Makes good for potentially doing the Roche. So their Roche, ability is covered. On the other side now, a Shadow Fiend they'll picked up from Secret.
I think there's gonna be safely in Shadow Fiend.
Yeah.
Most definitely here. And Drow mid.
But like you said, when you have this kind of Drow lineups, in general, like, it looks like very single target-ish. People normally would pick an
10
offlaner that has
seconds
some
to
AoE
pick.
with the Drow. We've seen teams pick Sand King, we've seen pick Shaker
5
as a supporter
seconds
offlane.
remain.
But when you have a Clockwork Drow, what heroes can you pick that synergize with Drow that also have AoE?
Reserve
There's very
time.
few that I can think of, and Shadow Fiend is definitely one of the best.
Yeah. So I like how that spread. He also can easily farm up those Broodlings if necessary.
Yeah.
But the Evil Geniuses now have the advantage of they see the Shadow Fiend and Drow Ranger now, and they've yet to pick up their own mid laner here. So what are they going to do? Or even their safe laners. So I really like that they saved those for last year.
They should really expect.
There we
There it
go!
is. Hello.
Oh my
Radiant
god, that
spam.
is so much pressure.
The wolf runs.
The Wolf runs.
I'm just going to make a note that I did call that as a potential option at the very start of this
well
draft,
done.
gentlemen.
Nah, that's actually very clever.
I mean,
Lycan is so perfect here. It's
I
like
would-
the dream scenario for a Lycan,
I would
say.
very much like to be in
Only
EG
10
shoes right here.
seconds.
Very, very much like that.
And they know the Drow is going to be mid. They can even
5
mid
seconds.
Lycan here
Hurry,
and get
hurry.
another safe lane, which is probably not going to be the case, but they are so open in terms of
Reserve time.
what they can pick last. Like, also, they know Drow are going to be mid. If it's Drow safe lane, they're also fine, because it's going to be Brood on the off lane against Lion, Drow. They can't, like, that's not good
Dire's
enough
back.
against the Brood. So,
I think Secret would have liked to remake this draft if they had the chance, but Dota is not a forgiving game like that.
We don't have that option here at the summit.
But they might have a salvaging pick that we are not thinking of. Like, they need Puppy's hero right now, and
Only 10
what it could be,
seconds.
I'm not really sure. I would like to see a Shaker, even though it's
5
maybe
seconds.
unconventional
Hurry,
with
hurry.
what they're having. They're having the Drow, they're having the Clock. Okay, Shaker's out.
Okay.
Um,
I mean, apparently there's obviously going to be a gross army ahead of him, so someone like a Shaker could definitely
Shaker,
do work. but-
Coddle is good against Necropoker.
yeah, that's Coddle.
There we go.
Ah, that's good
Puppy's
pick.
hero.
Nicely
It's a good
done,
pick, but
okay.
I don't know if it salvages.
I mean,
It might.
It's good anti-push, that's for certain, but he's a frail old man in the early laning stage, so if you punish him enough there, I mean, we were laughing about it yesterday's series. He just got hit time and time again from it, but
Coddle offers a lot of stability in terms of when enemies push multiple lanes. This guy can not only take care of his own lane by depushing it, but the global recall
10
ability.
seconds
If they
to
get a
pick.
strong enough Shadow Fiend, they can send him to another lane. If he's strong enough to
5
hold that lane,
seconds
he's still
remain.
in the fight.
Yep.
Potentially, but this pick maybe salvages.
Reserve time.
But
never thought I'd hear that.
yeah,
Not in the recent times. but-
Zeus. Yeah. They have no stuns on EG, but I don't feel like they need stuns with the draft that they have. The amount of lane pressure and just damage, raw damage that they have is off the chart. But
Yeah.
then again, Secret lineup is actually pretty good overall now. Like, they have good pick off, they have good team fight, they have good late game AoE, they have like pretty much everything. It's gonna come down to the laning phase a lot here, because how much is Brood gonna get
Oh, yeah.
is mostly the question. Are they gonna dual lane off lane with Dazzle Brood? They might do that.
They might do that.
Oh,
That-
man,
that
that's
could be-
disgusting. That heal bomb.
It could be something that they should consider, because they know it's gonna be a Clockwork, and Clockwork will fuck with them a bit
Only
on the
10
off lane,
seconds.
regardless of Visage or Dazzle there.
But the great thing, if you're playing EG,
5
is that you have the
seconds.
option
Hurry,
to
hurry.
leave the Visage top versus the Clockwork. If Clockwork gets level 6 and Visage level 5, that's a scary moment because he could kill Visage for free, but then at least he's not ganking mid. Regardless, if he kills the Visage, it's not a bad thing. But when Visage hits 6,
Prepare
and
yourselves,
Clockwork's
we're
level
nearly ready.
6, 7, 8, 9, it doesn't matter. Visage can hold the lane on his own. There's a good chance he will never die. If he does, the Clockwork will most likely get counter killed. Like, usually have a lot of options in terms of how they want to farm, push, pressure, all of these things.
Yeah, the reasons why you could say like Lycan Visage was always so good also at DEC was because Lycan farms the lane for until level 4 or something, and then he just goes jungle, and Visage takes over the lane, gets super fast 6, gets free farm, and Lycan farms and doesn't lose any farm from going jungle. So it's gonna be really scary for Secret because they don't really have heroes that contest the
RTC
jungle.
Ember.
I love the friendly banter. These two teams obviously know each other very well. Cheeky little mind games at the start a bit, and I just want to, fun little fact: Team Secret, the only team to drop a
seconds
game
to battle.
1, but still win the series here at the Summit 3. So, just a fun little fact right there, as they did just drop game 1
Earlier
earlier.
is fact.
Way too funny, actually.
I mean, I'm dying right now.
Yeah, I'm dying.
But it seems like they're gonna do Coddle Clockwork off lane and do Shadow Fiend Lion safe lane, which I think is a good choice in terms of laning here.
Yeah, the Visage versus Suso is a bit. Oh, is that?
No.
Okay. That blast actually went from almost hitting 3 to hitting nobody.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it is going to secure the
They get
bounty
both
there.
runes.
Yeah.
This matchup, I mean, what EG have going for them though, I feel, is that this draw can't be like left mid forever. They have to do something. When Zeus hits level 5, this draw gets forced out of the lane.
Oh yeah.
There's a problem with Secret that they have to do moves at some point, but I feel like it's incredibly hard for them.
I mean, who would you expect those moves to come from? Not from the Coddle, I'd imagine. So maybe the Lion needs to come help him out a bit, or?
Yeah, maybe they start ganking in mid with the Lion and
Yeah.
leave the SF 1v1 bottom. I think that would be the best option from what I can see, because Coddle can't really do any moves.
No, certainly not.
I
Early
think that's gonna be
blast.
interesting is the how well the Brood is gonna get, how much the Brood is gonna get on the offlane, because I'm not sure Shadow Fiend Lion is enough to stop a Brood.
No Howl was used there, but still a lot of damage put up on Sai.
Do they have much to stop this Brood? They already have the early sentry down. Not really surprised by that. Kuro's going to try his best to keep him at bay, but he's easily in the XP range as Zai moves over.
That's some good cogs.
He gets plenty of mana, of course, from your Coddle to keep those cogs coming out, but now
Pesky
Puppy's very
creeps.
low.
Pesky creeps. Oh, almost. Yeah,
This
EG
is-
are holding their lane really well.
We saw the exact same thing last game. This is how it started with Bullseye on the Darkseer. He was stuck at level 1 all the way till 7 minutes. That's how much they just kept him at bay. Don't see that very often from Zai.
So that's the way they chose to go about it, like secure their safe lane more than securing Brood's levels, which is a good choice. I mean, you could argue that Dazzle bottom lane would actually be amazing here, because they could actually smash this lane completely, but at the same time, you want to keep Clockwork and Coddle level 1 for as long as possible, and that might be better. Brood will eventually get his levels.
Yeah, and if Lycan gets a good start, that's when, again, he can just go into the jungle
He
and
opens
leave
up the
the
map.
Visage
Yeah.
to dominate, and then the Dazzle could still be moving bottom.
If
How
everything
the
goes
how the
according
Shadow
to
Fiend
plan.
Brewmother matchup works is that Shadow Fiend actually doesn't do that well against Broodlings until level 7. He's pretty good at 5, but if there's a Dazzle and Shadow Fiend is not level 7, that's some good harass still. But if Dazzle makes the right move at the right time, with Broodlings being alive, the Shadow Fiend is by no means safe.
Oh no. And it could come at a cost of where they make a committed dive onto Universe, then the rotation over from Dazzle, and one quick heal, everything gets flipped over. We expected this just like last game. It was very quiet start. We didn't see our first real bloodshed till about 5-6 minutes in. It's obviously a very tense series for both these teams. Want to make sure that when they make the committed jump for the kill, it doesn't end up turning back on their ass.
You can almost be guaranteed that, you know, the EG are not going to make any move until certain things have happened. Like, Zeus needs his 6, Lycan wants to be in the jungle for a little bit, get his ultimate, and Visage also wants to get his 6. But once this has been set up, then the pressure can begin. The Lycan can choose to go on the off lane, gank there with an ultimate, even gank the draw mid, or start pushing top with Visage Birds. But Secret, like we talked about, they actually have to do a move earlier. When the middle guys start hitting 6, or Zeus is even level 5, this is when Secret really have to kind of make something happen, because they can't keep this. Right? This game is getting unstable for them.
The way they chose to lane this is not working out for Secret. Like, Cuddle is still level 1, and Clockwork actually is level 2. You know, he got actually nothing from having Cuddle there, apart from Cuddle taking a little bit of XP. They're out of region now, and like, Cuddle has not gotten anything. He could have just started off jungling, and it would have been better. He could have even harassed the Zeus mid, you know. There was plenty of things he could have done, and it would have probably been more useful. So,
Fight over the 4-minute rune here.
yeah,
They're giving up.
no fights.
No fight.
Not much of a fight. We'll pull back and away. Bones joined us on the couch. He has put his headset on, but if you want to chime in with your one phrase every couple of minutes, you can always do that. I promise that maybe this time they won't harass you about the wards. I don't know
Buy
though.
some wars and you can sit down, maybe.
It's only 75 gold. Well, we'll have to look to see if Secret are going to have to do something to help out Arteezy. For now, Arteezy is in reasonable standing at 22 and 8 CS to Zeus's 14, but once the levels come together, that's when the pressure can really mount. But
Oh, that's a level 6 on draw. That definitely helps Secret safe lane. The damage increase on the line and the show. Oh, middle.
okay, Grave coming in from behind, and Owie, Arteezy doesn't really have much to get away from this. Does
Wow,
get the
that's
gust
good
up on
balance.
2. Very nicely done. With the time to salve up, he avoids the trouble.
Really nice play.
I'm pretty sure EG was like, yeah, this is our first blood with Gucci, you know. They did not see that coming, I think. That was really good play by TC.
Nice. And Puppy now on bottom.
Yeah, Secret are pushing the safe lane. I like this. Like I said, I think they have to make a move. Now Zeus is panicking in a way. Like he's looking at this bottom lane. It's going down. The supports top are also looking. This is a one way to give Clockwork XP. You see, that's what TP's bottom. Now it's a Visage Lycan top. If Clockwork wants to get some more XP, this is his opportunity. Secret getting some good damage on this tower. Half a tower down.
Yeah. But they're even trying to keep the creeps closer to the tower as much as possible, blasting them down when they can. They really want to get that tier 1. And Owie, kind of stuck on his own to help his own back to Clockwork, will do what he must to not allow him to get that easy XP, but it will get easier nonetheless for Zai.
Level 5 on SF now. Yeah. This draw is going to have a really hard time making anything happen in this game, except for if he's allowed to hit towers. I think this is what he should be looking at. Him joining fights, like I talked about, Lycan eats draw. If you have a Lycan running at you and you're a draw ranger, your team has to protect you really well and help you hit, or you're just dead. So, Secret, the way they have to play this game, it's I think it's really hard, but it's definitely doable.
I forced Clockwork to TP out of top lane.
Yeah. Zeus ulti now available.
He has an Invis rune. This is pretty important, and he got his 6.
What do you think, Bone? Who's in a tight spot right here?
I don't know though, the picks are so weird. I can't say who can... I actually like Secret's lineup more. Whatever happens, they have good initiation, and the other team is just...
Yeah, EG are definitely lacking initiation.
With that, it looks like they might have to sacrifice his tier 1. Will they kind of creep in for the deny? Well, he's thinking about it. They have the glyph popped.
Yeah,
Normally,
the way this game is going, I feel like it's gonna come down to Roshan a lot. The first Roshan fight for Lycan is gonna be huge. If he gets that for free, it's then I'd see EG putting ahead. If Secret contests and gets a good fight out of that, it did go the other way easily.
Yeah. I actually don't... I think EG winning this is very unlikely actually. Brood is losing his lane so hard. There's a Keeper of the Light. Brood is gonna be kind of useless. They can easily get Roshan. How do they fight at Roshan? Like EG,
I think the way that EG have to use their lineup is to pressure all the time. They'll start pushing the top lane to force rotations. Coddle, like we talked about, is good at dealing with these kind of things, but at the same time, if EG set it up right, going with a Zeus ult, Visage Birds, and a Lycan, like it's not initiation in that sense, but it's people running at you,
They're
birds
good at
running at you.
securing the area they're in, kind of thing. Like their fighting is not a joke still. Like they don't have initiation, but they have so much damage, and they have protection from Visage Birds, and ooh, that was close.
Yeah.
But yeah, Visage Birds landing, Broodlings running in, blocking people, like Wolves scouting. You know, they have.
It's a headache.
They have so much stuff. Yeah, it's a headache. Like so much stuff to work around in these fights, especially at Roshan.
Okay.
Careful, S4.
And
Where's the Zeus ulti coming
they
in?
should have vision advantage also with Birds and Zeus ult.
Looks like he's going to be A-okay.
And Wolves, obviously.
Yeah, RTC actually doing better mid than I thought he would versus the Zeus here. It's not something I'm too familiar with, this Zhao and Zeus, but the way I imagine it in my head is Zeus is very good at pushing out certain heroes. He even wins against like Storm Spirit and this kind of things once they hit 5.
I mean, honestly, if RTZ plays well, he's not going to get hit by any spells.
Yeah, I think
really,
it's because
so.
Zhao has so long range, you know,
Maybe.
that he will stay out of chain lightning range.
Now, what's the significance for the Drow? And I see some people not even level up ice arrows, some just the one investment, because they're more often just going for hitting the towers, not looking to go for the fights altogether. He's putting 2 points into it.
I think he wants to be ready for a potential fight. Like he has TP on himself. If EG do this move of pushing top and the way they have to fight is by running in, then Frost Arrows can do a great amount of work. But
I think it has also something to do with player preference a lot and game by game kind of thing. If they were to push all in, then I don't think you would see RTCs getting any points in arrow. Whereas here,
that's
that's a lot of
unfortunate.
rulings.
Oof, the
Yummy.
Centaurs clap.
Whereas here it's like if Zeus gets hit by one arrow, he can probably just run him down, you know, if he has like 2 or 3 points in it, and they have to rotate. They have to TP in with a dazzle to save him or something like that.
Scouting Zeus ult.
Yeah. Carl didn't like that one. He'll just make some farm happen here on the side. He's still pretty broke, but do you wager he's going to be the mech holder for his team, or is this a mech Shadow Fiend kind of a game?
I think it's a mech Shadow Fiend.
Yeah,
So
there it
in
is.
general, he's one of
Radiant's
the
top tower is
best
under
mech heroes.
siege.
Very good here.
Yeah, they'll need it.
Yeah, TC is now starting to pressure top. Secret have to respond somehow, and the Coddle is not ready here. This gives Clockwork some nice XP though.
It's kind of strange they haven't moved Lycan into the jungle at all this game. I don't know what Visage level is, but
Looks like he's
I
going
mean
now.
he's going now, and then Visage takes over. Yeah,
Crow goes into the jungle. Oh
my goodness.
Nice play. That's like an ulti though. They're gonna run him down. If he
Run,
would've-
Kuro.
TP. If he would have TP straight away, he would have made it
Oh,
out.
no. Not going to happen, though. Look how fast that little froggy moves. He's going to hub on in there. The Great flies up
Okay.
in PPD.
oh, there's 4 rows.
Oh my god.
That's
like,
4. Get the hell out of there.
Oh,
I got
Coddle
ugly
gets
fast.
killed bottom.
Oh, that's a really big mistake, I think.
Maybe Universe is just like, okay, well, clearly S4 is over there. I'm just going to jump this old man and get my free gold.
Just noticed the Brute has a Midas almost. He's probably gonna have it after this wave.
Oh, yeah.
Lion dying there though, like the play was so good, but the even bigger play would have been to TP out straight away after this kill. Like we talked about, they have no way to initiate, they lack stuns. Lion would have been halfway to his dagger if he just would have TP'd out there. Now he needs a bit more.
Well, I wonder if that was a smoke, because regardless, it was a really good play. I think it was a solo
Very
smoke.
good play by
Yeah.
Kuroki there.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a level 8 Lion at 11 minutes with like 40% dagger. It's so good
Yeah.
for him, I think.
It's that Midas for your Brood. What kind of a Brood game we're going to expect here, gentlemen? The Necro book, the Orchid.
I am still a fan of the
Radiant's bottom
Dagon.
tower
I think it will be a
under fire.
Dagon.
Yeah,
It's usually what happens when you go for this Midas first, but
You don't have to go Dagon if you go Midas, of course, but like Dagon is pretty nice.
I think what Secret are waiting for right now is the Clockwork level 6. Oh, Grogi.
Oh, my God. So much.
Ooh! Wolves on top of that.
That was a lot of hate.
This is one way to initiate, you know? This is how you can take a fight in a way. If they get their stuff in position, they run you down because of like a movement speed advantage, and birds, they have like unobjected movement.
But even though Lion has had a good start, apart from maybe that little surround by spiders, I think it's a really hard game to play Lion in. There's too much stuff, you know. There's like these wolves is scouting you out, hitting you. You can't dagger. Zeus ult coming in. Brood's gonna take on you, and like Visage Birds. Like it's really difficult.
I mean, I think you just have to play defensive because Lion and just smoke. You can smoke, and whenever you don't have a smoke, you just play defensive. If you don't die at once this game, you're gonna have like a 14-15 minute dagger for sure. If you don't die.
And on top of all those critters and
Dire's
creeps,
bottom
there's the
tower
Necro book to
under
come soon for
fire.
your Lycan.
Yeah.
I imagine he'll be going for the Roche at some point, but
We're probably gonna see them do Roche when Visage has Medallion. I don't know how he's doing on that.
yeah.
But he should be fairly close. They might even go for it right away, I guess. Why not?
Smoke into Roshan.
They have this map control in that area.
Dewarding.
It's also kind of like
Dire's
Might
top
be
tower
misplay
is
by
being
Secret because they have Rocket and stuff and the Keeper of the Light and stuff.
Oh, they
It's-
just used it right there.
Yeah.
Not going to have that vision.
They're not
Dire's
checking it out.
structures are
They should expect this. This is actually the only move
Dire's
PG
top
should do.
tower is
So,
being attacked.
and they can't get it for free either.
Maybe they feel like they can't contest.
They could easily contest it, but they have a mech, they don't have a mech, they have a hook, they have a...
Yeah, I
There's the
know.
rocket.
They just didn't expect it, so...
It might have just been a slight outplay where EG predicts them to go top and they move for it right away. Or just some timing.
This is one way you, for example, can defend your top tower. You choose to just go like Roshan. The way the map works, Roshan's on the opposite side of the top tower.
Yep.
And it's definitely worth it for EG to trade this tier 1 for Roshan. 100%.
That does also mean, though, that Secret with a tier 1 on top down, they can be more comfortable moving into the EG jungle, maybe play some
tower
rest
is
or so, but yeah, look how fast they're moving
I
in
actually
tier 2.
think
Draw Aura.
Secret are very fine
Oh,
with this
Lycan
trade.
ulti being used. They're going to be coming in from below.
Oh, and they're summoning here. Recall, maybe coming in from Puppies. He does go into
It's gonna be interesting.
the light. Yep, he's got RTZ ready to go, but Jesus Christ, not like it. Walking back and away, for already pretty low.
They have no initiation, they don't know what...
Oh, Dire's Courier.
It's all over the place.
Yeah.
Let its death be a lesson to us.
Cargo worth.
I actually hate playing this lineup so much, the EG lineup. You have no jump, it's so awful, actually, I think.
But at the same time,
You
what
can
EG
win
did
for
here-
sure, but it's so hard to play.
Oh, Brute's going book also.
Radiant's bottom tower
Double
under
double
fire.
book.
Lots of Necrobook.
Oh,
Oh my god, is he going Necrobook on Brood?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's...
I think that's a big mistake.
That's a
versus
big mistake,
Coddle,
for sure.
Shadow Fiend.
They're going to be able to farm that down pretty easy.
I actually don't
potentially.
see any point where you would ever go Necro on Brood Mother, like ever. Think you just get, if you want to push, you get different items. You can even get a Desolator.
Yeah, I actually don't really know how Brew works exactly. I've just seen builds that I prefer, and it's generally always
Midas,
towards the
Zeus,
dagger.
and
middle
book on
tower
Brood.
taking
Yeah, that's a little bit strange.
Yeah, I'm also not a fan of Midas Zeus at all.
It's like the combination of those two does not make sense. You know, you want to go Midas on Zeus, and then you go for like this early game kind of pressure build on Brood. So
Yeah, it's very unsynced.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, EG is just a team that just plays. They don't. I don't think they panic or whatever. They just keep playing. But here it's something really weird for them. I think going for that Necrobook on Brood.
Secret, if they get some more item timings, like if they pick up I'm not really sure what you want to build on the Drow. I don't think this is a game where you want to go BKB, because there's only a Zeus that cares about that, and now there's not even a Dagon coming up on Brewmother. So
Dire's
if you
middle
get some
tower
more
is being
tank
attacked.
on your cores, and you get the opportunity
Maybe
to
they will attack Dire's tower
4v5 or 5v4 EG because they have the Brewmother. Like I think Secret could easily start breaking base early game, because they're actually going to be so tanky and way too hard to walk into.
She already has a Helm of the Dominator.
Well, I'm not sure they can just. I think because of these books, I don't think they want to go high ground too early here, because they can easily go there and then die to these books. So I feel like they should just continue farming and try to pick people off, because Secret can catch them. And once they start grouping us 5, this is where this like in ages with book 3 becomes really strong.
Radiant's
Brook can
top
join in
tower
with
is
his book
being
as well, and like.
I think though the Coddle makes it alright. When you see the Brewmother pushing one lane, you can send the Shadow Fiend there, recall them back. If you get the 5v4 in front of their base, when you have these item timings, I think they can get Rexes, but of course they don't have to. Like you say, they have pickoff that they can use.
No, I don't think Secret is in any rush. It shouldn't be any rush to do anything. The game goes on, they win.
Yeah, at this
Like,
rate at least.
Yeah, because like Zeus is the best late game hero, but still they still lack initiation, so it's very hard to get those team fights late game. I think it's very weird.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm not really a big fan of the last pick, Zeus, but I see where they were going with it, but the lack of initiation is really hurting them. If they had a Brewmaster or something like that, it would have been a lot easier to play for them.
So if you're EG, is there any way you can solve this issue with a Hex on anybody? Like Atos on Visage is generally considered a decent catch, but I don't think it works in a game like this.
I think he might go for it nonetheless.
He's gonna go. He's gonna get it at one
Yeah.
point. And this game should last
he
a long
went the
time.
Aghanim's Medallion, and then the game was pretty much over.
I think instead of this having actually initiation, I think we're gonna see just when they get book 3, they're gonna go force the issue either at mid tower or at Roshan again, And Brood's gonna join up.
Another smoke into Radiant Woods. They see S4 here. Broodmother scouting him out. He actually keeps going.
Okay, they get the slowly pops his book. Wait the time you're gonna be there. No, need Shallow Grave just to be safe. The heat bomb though, and see you later, S4. He goes down.
Oh, shot into PPD.
Okay.
The funny thing, if he just TP'd when he got attacked to his tower, to the tier 2 there, he was really just fine, and then he could reinitiate.
I don't think he had a
He
TP
did
though.
not have a TP.
Oh, he didn't have a TP.
SF did not have a TP, so.
Oh yeah, that
But that was good, like Brood scouts him out and they instantly have a smoke on one of the supports, I think, and then they just go for it right away, because they know he's alone. Brood is there, being a spider, sneaky
Spider.
snake.
It's like EG just wanted to use the last bit of that Aegis. It did expire right at the conclusion of that, so they get the pick off.
Yeah, Arteezy looks to be going straight Butterfly though, which I really like. That's a way to negate most of EG's damage. The Zeus will obviously still be a problem, but the Clockwork versus a Zeus with this item build is generally a good counter, and I don't think EG are going to be picking up a 4-staff.
Yeah, I was just gonna
gets one.
I was thinking about that. No real 4-staff candidates on the side of EG to help out for that Clockwork.
He seems like he's actually going for the Aghanims first. And Suzu's going 4-staff, alright.
Oh, someone's gotta get it.
Yeah, it definitely is needed against Clock.
He has it already.
And that's a book 3 on Lycan. So they are getting a lot of items. I think next Roche is going to be really crucial. If Secret tries to contest that, that could be a huge fight for EG. If they don't, then it's... I mean, then they're going to be fine with that, but I think they hope that they contest so that they can use these books and fight around Roche.
I still feel like these books are such a risky pickup. If this Coddle gets correct blinding light, these books are rendered useless for 5 seconds. It's 5 seconds duration, right? Oh,
Sumail, yep, locked down, uses that force to try to get away, but only gets off his ultimate before being brought to dust. Oh, good. Look at this.
Bye-bye, Lion.
Come in. Easy kill there in a curl, and Pumpy's might go down as well. 2 for 1.
oh, TC also getting caught over here. There's a dropping, no TP. He could have probably made it out.
Did he get PPD? No graves there.
Interesting play with his Secret coming out.
Yeah, it's kind of peculiar they don't have TPs against this lineup.
Oh, PPD!
Yeah, they only have bird stuns and Zeus W. That's actually all they have.
The
They
slow
have
on side out. The
TPs.
bird is still on top of it. He's happening. Another drop coming.
It's like an army! Look at this!
Look at this. They're running them down.
This game is actually so weird.
Didn't they what?
It's actually unreal.
It's like Lord of the Rings! Oh, okay. Meanwhile, Universe, pressure on bottom.
stuff right here.
I mean, they didn't learn from the game they won against us at DAC, apparently.
Dire's top tower is under
Yeah,
siege.
nah, you have to understand versus a lineup like this, TPs are
Radiant's bottom
invaluable.
tower is
Like,
They just move 4 people someplace, they just TP back to your tower and you're still on the lane, you still have presence in the lane, you don't have to go base. It's so easy.
Yeah. I think we're gonna see Drop setting a raid ban for a TP here. At least, there we go.
Radiant's
There we
middle
go.
tower is taking damage.
yeah, mistakes were made. Dagger now picked up on Lion though. Oh,
Medallion on Carly. You don't see
Medallion
that.
on Carly.
You don't see that very often unless I guess you feel it's
You want the
absolutely
crest,
necessary.
Solar Quest.
I think that if they get the Solar Crescent, yeah, again, the way fights can happen. Blinding Light, Solar Crest on the Shadow Fiend, Butterfly on Drow, they might not have the damage to bring them down quick enough. Because the DPS coming out from Secret is is still potentially super high.
It's definitely good against Lycan early, if you can get it early, because he's not gonna go MKB too early. He wants AC and he wants probably BKB, especially against this lineup. So it's gonna take a while before they get any MKBs. On top of that, it's good against what's it called, books.
Yeah, it's that's the main thing. Like I'm looking at with PG, all these minions are unable to get true hit. Necros, birds, broodlings, and wolves. So that's like a big portion of each damage you are actually negating. It's the first time Drow Ranger's ever gone Helmet the Dominator into Butterfly in Pro Dota 2. But it's
The world's first!
for me this is I mean it's old school. It's what people used to do on Battle.net way a long time ago. But
It is what
it's a nice-
ZSMJ was doing, dude.
huh? Oh, he did that too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back in the day.
Back in the day. But it's a really good way to tank up against lineups like these. Like, so much physical damage coming out from EG.
Is it gonna be a high ground attempt?
That would be weird
Coddle's
because the
not in a
defense is
position. They should,
decent.
they should switch Shadow Fiend to bottom and Coddle to top if they plan to do anything like that, but it doesn't look like it.
Ah, there's no way.
Nah.
Looks like maybe he could just
He
head
has one
out to
TP again.
right now.
Okay.
Oh, it's
he
cooldown,
gets
so
bottom,
he
yeah.
can send one out. And he has a Coddle. You know, no need. No need.
He is that taxi service.
I
Go
think
step-
if Brood was in fog and he just jumped him with Necro, he would have died.
Right there?
Yeah.
No, I doubt it. He just used him, so runs away. Like,
So if he hits him once, it's slowed.
yeah. Yeah. Maybe. I don't think he does that. I don't think he can do that. He can pop out Requiem and run
I
away,
mean,
but...
he's walking really far out now. Of
Yeah.
course, they are rotating to him.
They have a useful and stuff, like, it's a lot of damage. I don't know if he dies, but like, he's very
Go
low.
for it.
Nah, now it's awful.
Clock is nearby. They're going to commit for it. Necrobook out now. Turns back.
Enough,
Oh,
though.
throws it
Yeah,
up on the
that's really
Necrobook.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
so, like, yeah, if Secret loses this game, there's no way they're gonna win after this, like, this is so, I don't know.
Drought does deal a lot of damage. He will kill buildings fast if they take a good fight.
Dire's middle tower is being
He's got his
attacked.
wolf,
Agnum's on Visage now.
companion wolf.
Yeah, AC being built now on
Dire's
Lycan,
middle tower
adding on
taking
top of the
damage.
minion war and general fighting potential of EG. I wonder where Brew goes from here though. There's already been an AC pickup. He has a Necrobook. What will you go?
I don't know, just trust BKB.
BKB?
BKB against that lineup is necessary.
Yeah. No. Yeah, it's good. That's definitely good.
Not Diffusal?
They've only
Get rid
made
of
two
Ghost Center?
sensors.
Get rid of
Nice
Dust?
sensors here.
It wouldn't be half bad. But I think BKB is a safer and smarter choice.
Yeah.
Binding Light is also really, really good against Brood.
Yeah.
That's
Dire
correct.
have murdered Roshan purely for sport. It's not even about the Aegis.
Well, Secret,
Dire's top
they
tower
also
is
have
under
this kind of
siege.
base defense that EG probably could never break high ground like straight up. They have to, something has to happen.
You think, but watching this game, you don't know what's gonna happen next.
You don't know what's gonna happen next. Somebody is gonna be missing a TP though. That's a good, bet.
Keeper of the Light is just gonna die randomly before they push and like GG.
Smoke up from EG. They're predicting Secret to be top in their woods, I believe, and they're gonna be trying to catch them. The woods are about to respawn in 10 seconds, but let's see if Secret make the right choice and back off. Well, they might find a Coddle here.
Little puppy. Off
Yeah,
his-
This goblet kill might mean 2 towers mid, honestly.
Oh, they're gonna see this class and turn right back onto him. Oh, now they see him for sure.
TP out, TP out, TP out.
Go, old man!
Oh my god.
Finds him for the...
No!
Oh my god.
He's
Jesus
fine.
Christ, that was so...
What
am I doing?
It's actually so scary to play these lions specifically against this team because there's like wolves can scout you out and you don't know. You need a gem at one point.
Yeah.
Otherwise you can never lurk like he just did. And then there's the Zeus ult.
BKB picked up.
Yeah. You can't be this as sneaky as you want to be with the lion because
See, this is so cheating. Like, he killed like at least 40 spiderlings twice. That's cheating. They should do a separate CS count for broodlings.
Fair enough.
Brood has a BKB now. No threats yet though.
Okay.
Yeah. Arteezy though, he has been non-stop farming. His GPM has been going up, up and up.
He's keeping up with the Lycan.
Yeah.
So what do you think he invests in from here after already completing the butterfly and holding that helm?
Well, I'm not really sure. I would like more agility because what happens then is fights get so weird. The amount of DPS that comes out from him and the SF, like, it's so hook.
Bird block.
Clock against Visage.
Yeah.
You know.
Hate it.
Is Zagan is close on Keeper of the Light or what is happening?
No, he went back to the Ghost
Scepter
Scepter.
and stuff.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
he's
So
going
it's
now
pretty
though.
Because I'm thinking when he gets Ags and a gem, they can get some sick map control.
Yeah. I also think fighting Mana League at this point versus the Lycan, who did not go
Mana
BKB.
League, Blinding Light, everything is amazing.
Yeah, Blinding, I've already talked about that. Against this amount of minions, oh my, the value of that spell.
You probably won't even see the Mana League.
Think
What
about
is
it,
it, like 4 seconds, 10 seconds cooldown or something?
This
It's insane.
gem-
Anyways.
The level 3
Radiant's
is...
middle tower
I think
is
it's
under attack.
6.
No, 6 seconds.
Maybe with the cooldown reduction of Chakra though.
We need to see
Highlight
the
the
Blinding Light.
other one. Yeah,
12 seconds cooldown.
12 seconds. So
With
the
6
Chakra-
direction, it's
5,
actually
6.
insane. It's actually insane.
A lot of uptime.
Secret are doing a nice job of keeping this top pushed in and dodging EG at the right moments.
The whole gem Caudle daytime thing.
Oh,
yeah.
no. Oh my god, the amount of nukes.
Fine, they'll step back and heal, but EG want this tower, and they'll get it, looks like, but little Arteezy in the
Nice thing on
base.
top with the Zeus, but
Yeah, Draw can't push against this.
All right, so...
No one can really push if everyone is alive, so...
maybe he goes back for the Satanic actually.
Draw?
Yeah.
I feel like he needs some mobility item.
Mobility though, like I thought about the Blink Dagger.
Yeah, but I think,
it's
I
so
think
weird to
would
play
be
View.
good, but then again, it's so easily cancelled.
He went BKB.
Yeah, the Zeus is just such a hero in this dagger game.
Yeah.
Yeah. He went BKB, so they can stand. They can hold their ground and fight nicely, I believe, if they use the cogs correct and blinding light correct, and this Drow gets to hit.
No, they can jump them and kill them in their base if they have position, for sure. Secret.
Yeah.
So...
Well, Aghanim's getting closer and Caudle. I think this hero turns into a carry once he gets that Aghanim's. Like,
I mean, yeah, he's actually so important, this hero in these games. Like,
yeah.
I think Secret and EG are like keeper of the light. It's
Dire's middle tower
whoever gets it
taking
wins
damage.
probably, if they play well.
BKB no use.
As much as Caudle is good here, I don't think this is the game where the gem Caudle is gonna be that significant, because they have so much stuff to scout anyway. So even if they lose map control, they still have broodlings, they still have wolves, they still have Zeus.
Yeah, but the biggest thing is the
Dire's
wolves.
being
The wolves
attacked.
just gives you vision without knowing, because like broodlings you kind of know when they see
No,
you. But
gem is gonna
you
be
know.
good for sure, but
yeah.
some games you can't do anything when you lose
Dire's
map
middle
control, but
tower
this is not
taking
one of them.
damage.
Okay, let's see, he's dying.
BPD goes down here. Nice play by Crow.
Oh man. Zai's trying to keep him at bay. Oh wow. Fury just chops apart him, gets another. And it is EG looking to break into the base
That's
now.
how EG have to fight. They're just running people down. S4 taking so much damage. Buyback by the clockwork. These buildings are going down for
Unbelievable.
Secret.
Arteezy finally shows up. He needs to help out. But there's the army.
This is a Rex, like they can't do anything to stop this.
It's the swarm moving in.
Yeah, the thing with these jumps is like you actually need your team. You got the kill. It doesn't matter. You have to still jump on the rest of the team. So that these are half HP and they can go on you. Because if you just stay AFK, they're gonna go back on you with everything.
Got Surreal though. Zai is next.
Oh, they're gonna kill Fury here.
Fear, yeah.
No more Aegis and no BKB for him, so he just goes down. But this trade,
Trade is very good for EG for sure.
yeah.
I wonder if they got a bit overzealous there. Because I felt like they could have taken the Rex without any casualties.
Oh, Arteezy steps outside the base.
Okay,
Yeah,
a
but like,
little too
keeping
far
it
from
out
home
there.
there, little one. Oh, but Curl's gonna be there to help out.
Brood
They-
5k gold. This Brood is actually going to be a problem. He's actually so farmed now. He's top net worth.
Yeah.
That's actually insane.
The thing was, is even though Secret lost a lot inside their base, they got a lot of gold from that, and the Fear takedown. Kyle was able to finish out his Aghnams, and if you look at Shadowfiend, he had like 4k gold.
But someone bought back. I think Clock bought back. So his side
Yeah.
progression is non-existent in this game. He's actually done.
This is such a hard game to be Clockwork in, I think. You have summons, which is so bad to play against, and you have Shower Priest, which means whenever you jump a guy, you have to go back, because you're not gonna kill him.
He's going back for the Atos on Visage also.
I like it.
He has it already. Alright.
You see it. You see the way they're fighting. They're not using lockdown. They're just using the map and their movement speed. They just run you over, and if you keep running back, buildings are in front of them. They just go for those instead. Oh, S4 in an awkward position, but he has some backup pretty
Still
close.
no TP on SF. either.
I think he's going back to sell his bottle for a TP though. Yeah.
I mean,
Go.
still with 2k to spare here.
Travels Lagger on Brute. That's interesting.
Yeah. Now he's setting camp in the top lane. Guess he feels like there's no point for him to stay bottom anymore. I kind of agree.
For RT.
He can stay wherever he wants. He has travels.
Yeah, but the webs, having them in the Radiant Woods allows him to stay and farm there, but not having webs and staying there is gonna be very awkward.
Yeah, it's pretty good for Secret. They might
mean,
have a chance at winning.
The next Roche is also just gonna be free. This is a really hard spot for Secret. it's so hard for them to contest this Roshan now.
Yeah, you got very, very hard last 10 minutes.
Sumael, Bloodstone, 4-staff, travels, and now it looks like he's going back for the Aghanims,
Or maybe
he's going
Octarine.
for the Octarine.
Octarine
Yeah.
core
Yeah.
would be cool.
I like the Octarine
I think
a lot.
Octarine is better.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's nice with your force and your boot to travel as well. Reduces the cooldown.
Your chain lightning might be so short cooldown that you can't even use it. Like,
Just use his Thunder Gods.
Scouting
here.
Susalt, this is one of the reasons why this hero late game
It's
becomes
like a
so
smoke
crazy.
detector too.
Smoke detector, like when you have, again, pressure heroes, now Brewmother feels so good pushing in top. Like,
Oh yeah.
they know that Secret will have to take some time to ever move there, and the chances of them doing that are already slim. Because you see Artesia showing bottom. Secret could be playing cocky and go 4-man top and recall him in, but then if EG reads that, they just pick off the draw. EG though, their contempt just chilling. Guess they're just waiting for the Roshan, finishing their items. Butterfly though picked up on SF. These evasion items, they're invaluable in this game. Summons can't get through hit, so
Yeah.
yeah, but you saw how it was last fight bottom lane. They kind of get to half HP before they can get any hit off.
just from the
Just
magic damage from
yeah,
Zeus and
just from Broodlings
Visage.
and Visage and like Zeus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But what can
this is amazing. Like,
What can happen though, or what I think needs to happen, is that this SF has to probably get a Satanic, or I don't know, but he has
Yeah,
to be able to run
he
in.
just stands.
He just has to stand there, and then Secret have to play around that. If they start showing up with their Zeus or their Visage, they have to jump them right there. and
I
start
don't know if
going.
Satanic is good, honestly. I think he should have had a dagger, like early. Dagger BKB, because you want multiple jumps at the same time. So Shadow Priest cannot save,
But
and whenever he
somebody-
saves, he's
Somebody
gonna...
has to deal with these summons eating your buildings.
Yeah, just blinding light. That's all. That's all you need.
Maybe. I'm not sure how that will play out. I think the buildings will still be going down after the blinding light wears out. The Calm Nuke is not going to be enough.
Blink Dagger Brood.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's 3 seconds downtime if you chakra.
It's true, and he gets his Solar Crest now.
This is really good. You put on one of these butterfly targets, it's just not gonna get hit anymore. But
Okay.
This is a good timing for Secret here. They have Satanic as well.
Does he have mages or
Kill
something?
Roche maybe after.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, they see Fear.
Oh,
And the
nice
PPD
poke
on
in
the
the PPD.
back. Yeah,
That's very nice.
We see ya. We're gonna get you, buddy. They go right out in front. Grave will delay, but this PPD Dazzle could be going down, but a nice little temporary stun comes out from Ali, but there's
nice
the
for
blast.
Does like enough buyback is the question, because this is Roshan.
Yeah. They're gonna
Like
fight
no
the
buyback,
buyback.
no
They'll have a
buyback.
roll.
Yeah, this is maybe even Rex.
yeah, this could even be Raxus. The amount of right-click damage, like we talked about, it's so insane. They picked up the Satanic on their team. I really do like it.
Middle tower is
Zeus almost killing Sai. Oh no, please don't, please don't, please don't.
Got Shurinos though.
That
Say-
mech. Oh my god.
Roshan is a hater.
I'm out of here.
It's not a friend of the Swede.
about life, death, love. So
now an Aegis or Secret. Big peaking point for them.
Murdered.
That was so unfair. Like, there's no way. I rarely see him feed like that. Actually, I don't know what happened there.
I like the Ghost Scepter pick up now on Clockwork too. I think what he should still maybe opt to go for is an item versus Zeus. Whether it's Blade Mail, whether it's something else, I think this is the guy he has to look at the most. That's the Zeus. He can't look at the Lycan. I mean, he kind of does with the Ghost Scepter, but he needs something to deal with the Zeus, I feel like to help versus him at least.
Like now the game is actually really fragile for EG. It does not take takes the smallest of their hip-ups for EG. One Lycan gets picked off again, it's actually game right there. They take the whole base.
Yeah.
You can see for quite a while was EG holding a good plateau about
And
12
this
people.
Aegis on their TZ, this means no way they can straight up push anymore like they did before.
I notice win, but they do have their gem on the coddle now.
They just need a random pick-off that just happens in this game apparently, and then they have a chance to get Raxus. Again.
Uh-oh.
GG.
Oh, they're building up their little army here, and they're moving.
Oh, they saw that though. They saw that with their ward on the high ground, so they know he TP'd on a smoked.
Yeah, or a wolf. Or a
Or a
wolf.
wolf, yeah.
Looks like Secret are busy with mid lane here.
Yeah.
Are they going to come all the way and come in from behind?
Oh, are Secret gonna do this now? They're pushing
Yeah,
up top with
I
their
think it's a
TZ.
good move. They don't have time to split push.
Oh, they also saw the DD top, but they're not going for it.
We're bringing
Dire's
Ortiz.
This is
middle
actually going to be a really hard fight for
damage.
EG, I think.
Oh, they're going to
they're
clash.
gonna beat them.
They're going to clash. And it's a jump. Oh, Sumail's able to make it out, but my goodness. They're going to bring him down. PPD able to barely skate away if they decide to let him go.
But SF is caught alone. Above us.
Oh, SF is going down, but Universe, nice TPN.
Dire's middle
Whoa, Able to slice up on the side, gets a full blast off and the blinding light.
Does not heal though,
still
it's
good.
nighttime.
Oh, TZ just cleaning up all these minions now with this amount of right click damage, and he feels so good with his Aegis and Satanic.
Just another casual Eagle song, because why not? No, let's go
Yeah,
double
no, it's good.
butterfly. It's good.
Why not?
This is actually
structures are fortified.
might be game right here.
This might be game. The amount of damage they have.
They have the buybacks, they gotta use them.
Oh
Okay.
no!
Oh!
Pushed left the wrong way. Didn't activate Ghost Scepter either. Oops.
Oh, unfortunate for Zai, he will go down. So you gotta get the hell back.
Cuddle is in trouble. That might be the gem.
That's a wolf TP right there, but
Ouch!
Jump down.
jump down, yeah.
Dire's middle tower taking damage. Radiant's towers are fortified. Do as you please with that information.
But,
Radiant's
this is
bottom
as far as it
barracks
goes.
are under attack.
They still have Aegis.
Yeah, there's no way EG can push. They can't do anything from this. All
No,
Secret has
they
to do
can't,
is
but
not
the
get
game
picked
is
up.
stabilized a bit more for them now, because it is gonna run out.
Yeah.
The buybacks is hurtful, but they are actually fine, I think, now. Then now they
Buyback
can wait
hurts
for the
them
next
so much,
Roshan. It's
actually,
still
I think.
really difficult for Secret to run out on a map if they play safe.
No, I actually disagree. It's gonna be day now, soon, with the Coddle respawn.
I mean,
and
I think
they
EG
can
has
move
to
out.
win in the next like 2 minutes, because those buybacks.
Yeah, I think those buybacks are actually way too hurtful. They,
Oh, I think you're underestimating Lycan. Lycan, even with these items, can actually crush both SF and Drow.
no, he
Depending
not
on-
against the blinding
he
light.
can't do anything to Drow anymore.
No, he can. He's
Not
just
that
on
guy.
top of him. And, I mean, it depends on how the fight
He
goes.
might even have double butterflies, like 48%.
It's either double
Evasion or
butterfly or
something.
like the Valor goes on him. Lycan's not gonna touch him.
Yeah, it's actually gonna be like 60%
Well,
evasion
he's
with
on top of him.
45 armor.
He's very
under
sad.
siege.
He has 350 move speed.
He's sad, but he
tower
just
is
hits him in the
fallen.
face. Lycan has to run from him. No, I'm serious. Lycan has to run away from him. Then he gets his aura back. The Zeus and Visage have to deal with this guy now. I would really like to see a double butterfly.
I mean, that's
Like,
probably what
Evasion
it's
is the
gonna
name of
be.
the game here.
Well, they did get a solar crest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It helps a little.
Oh, it helps a lot.
I mean,
Helps. That just suddenly seems very poor now, I think. He only has like
Oh, he
basically
went
one
Veil.
item. That's Bloodstone. The rest, okay, he got a Veil, that's pretty good.
it's fine.
Yeah, that just means he's playing so much around their BKBs. Oh, Artisa gonna find Sumail
If this
here.
guy dies.
No TV ready. He's not.
Oh, if he dies, the game
He's
is
another
like
force.
over, isn't it? They need to win this fight, EG, right now, otherwise.
Oh, Fear also gonna get caught
Fear,
out.
no BKB use.
Man, no BKB. Yeah, he's gonna get graved up. And we'll get the time for a BKB and a TP out, but no.
Double kill.
Never mind.
I think
Moon Split should stop, so maybe
Hook
that's
on
a chance.
PPD.
Oh, Secret. Just going one by one at this point. That
Like it,
forces out
buyback.
the, buyback from Fear. PPD making, nope, not happening. Kuro gonna catch
Pushing
him.
base top.
He's done.
Someone has to take care of that, probably Shadow Fiend. I think Drow can push a Shadow Fiend to defend.
Coddle is taking care of him.
Okay.
And he's there to slow down Universe, but it's Secret moving in mid lane.
And Universe has nothing to offer to the fight anymore. He used the Necrobook top.
I think they have a rack stop as well, right?
Middle barracks has
Yeah.
fallen.
Ado's used an RTC, but like, I want to see now what happens. Like, look at this Lycan.
Yeah, that's what
RTC
I'm
just
Can't
hits
run
him.
him like that.
No
He
BKB.
can't touch him. He's untouchable.
Well, because Clock is there.
He's Enchantress.
Still has Satanic to use too.
He needs to hit him 50 times to kill him, and then he pops a Tanny again. Like,
Yeah, can't do anything about it.
Oh, just back up.
that looks funny.
Now he's gonna go down.
This is some damage here. The Veil just, you know.
First down the line, Arteezy though, confident, standing strong, able to easily right-click. Universe shows up, which means that EG are in a real bad place, but looks like they'll be able to bring down little Arteezy here. But look at the
Minus
damage.
Truxes though.
Shadow Fiend.
Yeah. Oof.
Wow. Well, that Lycan dying mid for that Roshan was actually so huge in this game. It,
Yeah, that was massive.
it turned everything around.
So unexpected as well. I don't.
Yeah.
So Travel's now picked up on Coddle. Like, when he upgrades these Travels, like, this game becomes very funny. In general, like, they have stabilized the game so much with their hero picks. Like, split push is never gonna be a thing for EG. It's not gonna be a way out of this game.
Thing is,
ever.
I don't think this game is over at all. I think if EG can secure next Roche, get MKB on Lycan, they already have one on Brood, then this game is still open. It takes
It's
very
very
little.
hard.
It's still very fragile fights. It comes down to who initiates first and who is out of position and stuff like this.
I don't think they have daggers on like a Brooders. No, they have a dagger on
They're
Brooders,
going
so
in.
they can do something.
Oh, the Requiem just for the minus damage doesn't connect them to Lycan though.
So he's able to
That's
step
very light actually.
stun. Fear waiting out before his BKB. Now we'll pop it. Tier 3 does go down, and he's like, I'm just going for the racks. But the hook gets slowed down. Can we get him down? Universe still got
Kill from light.
Aghanim
Oh,
Coddle,
man.
look at that.
Does he have Valak on Brood now?
No, he probably does not.
Some
No,
cooldown
no
maybe?
gold, probably cooldown.
Oh, he doesn't have gold either.
Yeah, Lycan's also dead for 90 seconds. This is throne. They're not even gonna
Yeah,
bother
that's
with
game.
one
That's game right here. Yeah, I was wondering in the end that Necro on Broodmother was so useless actually. Maybe they would have had the chance to take Basher or something.
I don't think you can say that. I think Fear was out of position mid lane. If he was not there, if they just waited for Roshan as 5,
Yeah.
took the Roshan, this game was just over. I think they could not deal with the push.
I don't know if it's over because I think the lineup is so much better, but this is definitely important. This is the biggest thing.
Oh, it's a really nicely played, like kind of calm game from Secret, even though this amount of.
I think they like killed a bit in the
They did.
15, 25 minutes. They killed so much actually.
After this point, they still did it calm. They got their TPs up and like they stopped getting picked up stupidly. EG trying to hold on to the
Two
base
butterflies. Oh, yeah.
here. Yeah, he went for the double butterfly. It's very rare.
It's good. It's good here. They only have physical except for Zeus.
Yep.
It's very rare that you can argue for the second butterfly because the nature of the game is that people will pick up MKBs and you lose so much value of your items. But minions, yeah, don't care.
They
Always
just don't
suffer.
pick up MPP, yeah.
Well, throne exposed. They're just playing with their food, though.
That's for wants to do the play.
I think EG right now, ever since that death of top, they're just talking about the next game.
Yeah.
Humao TVA free again. Doesn't like the ending of this game, I guess. But
Well, he can
Falling asleep.
get the hell out of here, I guess. I
go
don't
to
know.
sleep. I think that was a nice game, though. I like that. I like that.